why you should download Tubebuddy Pro. There is a free version, but honestly, you may as well just get at least the Pro. I had never heard of this program up until last week, till a friend told me about it. I've been on YouTube since 2007. When I joined YouTube, it was to host my videos. I'm a car dealer. I was probably one of the first, if not the first, in the UK to have videos of my cars on my website, and it was back in the days when really the internet was in its infancy. I had to learn how to do it myself because the firms, the web design firms, wanted to charge me £100,000 to design me a website that had videos, and it was going to cost a whole lot in hosting as well. Then YouTube came along. You could host your videos on it for free, embed them in your website. It was absolutely fantastic. However, back then, if I knew back then what I know now, in fact, if I knew back then what I've known or learnt in this last week, I think I'd probably be a multi-millionaire, as are some YouTube celebrities. Now, I've been don't get me wrong, I've made good money by selling the cars that I've got. However, my goal then was to sell the cars, and all the videos and any description was pointing to our website. What I should have done, in hindsight, was optimize my videos, optimize my keywords, optimize my tags, and then by now I would have had millions and millions of views. I've had 12 million views, 12,250,000 views. I've got 9,250 subscribers, and all that really is by accident. It's just by me doing my daily job, putting videos on the internet, and it's just slowly built up over many years. Probably really over the last 3 years, I've actually gone from probably 1,000 subscribers to 9,000. But as I say, that wasn't my aim. But I've totally missed the goal. A friend of mine said last week, "Do you use Tubebuddy?" Never heard of it. Anyway, I was actually editing a video and I googled Tubebuddy, looked at it, thought nothing of it. Another gimmick. Somebody else who wants me money, and I just put it to the back of my mind. Then I was watching another video, and probably because I'd googled it, Tubebuddy came up in the playlist, so I watched it. And I'm not really a very trusting person. I don't believe what anybody says, especially when they're trying to sell me something. But I downloaded the free program, and then I realised what I'd been missing over the last. Well, fortunately, I've only missed it over the last 5 years. I think Tubebuddy came out in 2014. If it had been right at the start, I think I'd have been crying now relating this story. So when I video a car, I used to do several things. I used to do a video trailer, a sequence of all the car's features, just kind of in one video, and then I'd do a virtual test drive. I'd also do a video on how to pair your mobile to the Bluetooth audio, how to delete a mobile, how to stream audio, how to set the sat nav. If it had any fancy extras on like automatic parking, I'd do a video on that. Now, I know more than anybody that first impression is the most important thing. You never get a second chance to make a good first impression. And it's your thumbnail. And I've seen plenty of other people's thumbnails, but I've just not had the time. The reason is that when you upload your video to YouTube, it gives you a choice of 3 thumbnails, or you can do a custom thumbnail. But the custom thumbnail usually involves either taking another photograph, framing it, put it in Photoshop or Canva, and playing about with it to get a fancy thumbnail. And I've just not had the time. I've certainly not had the time when I'm kind of doing a video, well, 7 videos every day for our cars, especially when we're busy. It's just relentless. I've just not had time. And so my primary goal was to sell cars. I now realise that from my primary goal of selling cars, I've built up YouTube followers, and I could have built up a heck of a lot more. And I could have built it up, really, if I'd been using this tool. I could have probably built it up to a stage where I was making more money than I do selling cars. In fact, I could have built it up to making a lot more money. And also then you've got the things like affiliates that we've just got involved in. So anyway, what I'm going to show you quickly, I'm by no means an expert in Tubebuddy, but one thing I can promise is I'm going to be. Just in this last week, if you make a video for them, they'll give you a free trial. That's what this video was going to be. I've already subscribed, I've paid my money. This video is for other purposes. This video, if the older you get, the more you realise that time is very, very precious. Each minute wasted is a minute you're never going to get back. And although that sounds depressing, probably is for me, but for you, if you've got a YouTube channel, you need to download Tubebuddy. It saves you absolute hours and hours. The optimization, the keyword explorer, the tags, suggesting tags, making thumbnails. The reason I went straight to the pro is I tried the free version, and you can only make one template. I made a template in no time, and of course you mess about, and it's so easy to do that I've now got templates for my how-to videos, for my reviews, for any others, and I've done them all kind of standard, and it really is fantastic. I'll show you how to. Let me just log on here. Okay, so I've just gone on to my YouTube account, and you'll probably see already that I've made a few what I consider to be eye-catching thumbnails. I could do better. You get there's arty types, and people can use that who can use their hands. In my opinion, I can use my hands. I've got a little bit of artistic flair, a lot of technical flair. My artistic side is probably the worst. But anyway, so if we go on to here, my videos, because everything's taking its time now, and you'll see there that the first few I've optimized those, and I did that over the last week. This is when I realized I'm not going to be able to do without this program. It's absolutely invaluable. But let's go down here. We'll find a test drive one. I've been rapidly going through these, believe me. So here we go. Now that's a good example. I uploaded that July the 19th. It's had 1,128 views, 23 likes. But here, of course, you've got the edit button. This is the Tubebuddy button, which you get, and also if you hang on just. So there we go. See my keywords there. On YouTube, you have one option for keywords. So I've just done it in general, completely in general. However, with Tubebuddy, You can make different lists. So I can now have a list of keywords for the phone, the sat nav, the car reviews, and then I can add other stuff onto the car reviews, like the make, long keywords, to get it ranked higher. But also, you see here, it's got a crib sheet. I could have done with one of these in my exams. Title between 20 and 70 characters. Get a like on Facebook. Add tags to your title. Pin a comment. All these help. And then you've got upload defaults, tags here, tag tools, suggested, explore. So you can type word. You can basically type a word in. I don't know, car review. And it ranks it here. Basically, you kind of banging your head against the wall with that one. But then, if you start going through your different keywords, what you think people might be looking for, or you then Google it to see what people are looking for, you can build up a better keyword, a better title, a more searchable one. As I say, I'm by no means an expert, but just today, I consider myself to have done really well, because I got a video that wasn't ranked anywhere to be ranked in the big boys territory, people who are getting millions of views, and that took me probably about 45 minutes this morning to do it, to search each word. But what I would suggest is, unlike me, when you trying a different word in Explorer, Keyword Explorer, write it down, because you can change one word and the actual score changes vastly. And I was trying, and I was getting up fairly good, and then I got one good one, really good one. Then I tried another word and I'd forgotten what I'd put before, and I wanted to go back to it. Anyway, I found it in the end. But so that's the keywords. I'll just show you this. But you see here, this has given me a choice of 3 thumbnails, and none of them are particularly exciting. They say that you should have a human face in your thumbnail. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing in my case, but anyway, here we go. Create thumbnail. So we click on create thumbnail. Still frame from video. You can then, here we go, wind it back. I usually do one. We'll just do this one. So that's what it's like. Car goes by, which is obviously what I was waiting for then. I thought I'd cut that out, but I thought I'd cut that out as well, but I haven't. Anyway, right, so continue. So there you go, there's the thumbnail. Now, I've already made templates for this. If you see them there. How to delete a mobile, how to pair a mobile, BC car, framed top photo. Now that's the one I use, and you can see there, this is obviously a completely different thing than a Land Rover, but that's the template, and I think that's quite eye-catching. But I'll just quickly show you. We'll just go back here. So I'll just show you how quickly how to do, or how you can make a template, a frame. So we go in there, you can have frame like so. Personally, I think that looks a little bit tacky, but then you've got shapes, emojis. There you go. You can have an emoji there. But, I don't want that. So onto shape, click there. Frame something. Now what I do, I like a nice frame around it, so that separates it from the, I'll take that over there and move it like so. Now then, so if I just move that like that, that brings it around the edge. Then down like so. just move that down. We've got a reasonable border there, and you can have any shapes you want, and you can change the colour. Stick that up there. One thing I like to do is have an image of the garage in there. So here we go, shape, put that there. I need to take that a bit further along. And then, if you click on the plus there, you can pull an image. I'll just do this one of me for the time being. Bring that over there. See that? That's about where I want it. Click on the back there. There you go. So, onto text. And Tubebuddy is great. Add layer. And then you can put like a mist in round it, or like so. A white border around the text, a black border around the text. So you can make a template like so. Then, if you click there, save layers as template, you can always come back to that and use it next time. Just I need to delete all that. Okay, but then I go into my template, BC frame. There you go. Back to the website. Showroom, use vans, where is it? That's the one. And the other good thing about this is, I'll just show you. There you go, that's the one I use for Grosvenor Garage. Now we are altering this website so that the full blue frame will show around there, and it'll frame the video nicely on YouTube. It'll stand out in the thumbnail, and it'll also frame it on our website. So it does about 5 jobs at once. Here we go. So if I just copy that, and then we'll go back here. That's the text. Command V. Put it on one line. Forward transit custom, and we can spread it out a bit if we want, like so. So it's as easy as that. Continue, save and publish. Okay, publish in the thumbnail. So that makes it stand out from other people's. We'll just reload that. There you go, the thumbnail's there, it's already selected. Now, the other things you can do, here we go, title between 20 and 70 characters. So I need to cut that down, and they also tell you that whatever's in your title needs to be in your first line. Again, that was something I was blissfully unaware of, and the ones I've done, I can already see it makes a difference. So we need to cut this down anyway. So medium roof fan. What have we got there? 47. And then you can put a line and Command V, review and test drive. So there we go on 71 by the neck. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put review and test drive. So there we go. So that's that. And then come on, see. So there you go. There's my title. That's the title in the description. You see there, so I've matched that. Just check that. Get a like on Facebook. Show tracker. Here we go. And you've got there Facebook. Instead of cutting and pasting everything, you've just got one button. That's that done. On Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, you can do it all from one. Imagine just how long that takes you to do. I cut and paste on Facebook, cut and paste on Twitter, on Pinterest. So we've done that. Add text to your title. Now I'll just show you. This is the sickening thing, really. If I go here, let's see, we'll go back. Oh, sorry, I'll save the changes on that. If I go back to Video Manager, and then most viewed, we've got, let's just increase the size on that. See there, Peugeot convertible. That was done in very poor quality. It was on a video with filming in the early days, but this was one of the big things that focused my attention to it. When I actually looked into my figures, I've made more on that car through AdSense on YouTube than I did when I sold it. And it will continue to pay me well, ad infinitum, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's a time limit. But going through these today really made me feel sad, because if you go to, let me see, there's a Vauxhall Corsa one which I did in 2017. That's had 105,000 views without me doing anything. As I say, the purpose was to sell the car. My only purpose really was to host that video without it costing me any money, and be able to refer to it on Twitter, Facebook, on my website, and blogs perhaps. But apart from that, very little other work. And if I'd spent, say, an extra hour on each of these videos, that 105,000 would probably be something like, well, at least 500,000. If I had 500,000 on each of my videos, I'd be a very rich man now. And I intend to be a very rich man in 5 years when I've gone through all these and redone them with Tubebuddy and given them all proper thumbnails, all tags. But again, just to show you how easy it is. Now, let's just see if I can find, we'll go into the Vauxhall Corsa. That's had 346 likes. Now, again, the title, I expect it'll show me the title's crap. Yeah, there you go, title between 20, get a like on Facebook, add info cards, add an end screen, add tags to your title, pin a comment. So, best practices. And again, the reason that I've not done all these things in the past is my full-time job is selling cars. I video each car, and then I usually edit them at night. There's just not enough hours in the day to do all these things. But with Tubebuddy, if I go into end screen, you can actually make a template in YouTube for an end screen. But as far as I'm aware, there's only one template that you can make. If I go into add an end screen here, there you go. That's one I did the other day. All I have to do is apply that. Click one button. in the same screen. But if I want something different, oops, if I was going to make one from scratch, I'd have to go into end screens here, then either use a template or import from video. I can do that quickly, straight away, or use a template and then start changing these things about. When you're in Tubebuddy, you can do it straight away with one click. There you go, apply template. Let me just go back. The cards. One of the very, very important things that I've learned this week, again, is view time. The more view time you get, the more you get in suggested videos. If you go to end screen, if you research when your viewing is falling off on your videos, at what point in your video it's falling off, you can put a card in just before then that comes up and suggests one of your videos. So if I go to cards here, right, here you go. So you can have 5 cards. Bit monotonous. There's certain things that I particularly like and that I like to promote on all videos, like our shop, our affiliate shop. It's very, very important to us and a good source of income now. But in order to put that in, there you go. You've then got to add a card. So link to an approved website. Here we go, BC Cars. Next. Waiting, thinking about it. Then check out our online store. Click here for our web store. Then I need an image. I will find an image. Website front. So that's it. Create card. So that's for one card, and you can, on each video in YouTube, this is what you have to do. So you can imagine me doing this 7 times a day on 7 different videos with 5 of these cards. Here you go, Tubebuddy, apply template. That's the first one, apply selected cards. And you can put your 5 cards across. It's done it. What was that? 5 seconds, 10 seconds at the most, and it's applied the cards. All that's left for me really then is to just drag them to where I want, like so. And it's, I kid you not, the amount of time I've spent doing these cards manually over the years. If I'd have known this, if I'd have known this program existed, I would be so much further on. Anyway, the point is that until last week, I had completely missed the big picture. I achieved my goal in one way, selling all the cars I've done. I've had job offers from all over the world because of my videos. I'm making income from them already, from AdSense, and we now have an affiliate shop, quite a good one, where we get an income. But it also, on my main channel, I get 550,000 views a month, and we only sell between 20 and 25 cars. There's only 2 of us, and that's enough for us. What it has allowed us to do is, we used to advertise 35 cars on Auto Trader, which is probably about £4,000, and we were still getting, we were getting more traffic coming from YouTube than we were from Auto Trader paying the money. Not necessarily as good quality leads as Auto Trader supply, but a lot more. I was at the garage and somebody phoned up and is that Barry? Yes. Barry Crampton? Yes. And I'm thinking, oh dear, what this is going to be bad. I've just seen a video of yours on YouTube. It's Range Rover. Have you still got it? yeah, I only put it up 15 minutes ago. And he said, I'm at a funeral with my brother, and we've just been discussing that now my mum's getting a bit older, she's going to need us running around, and I've got an SL. I need something better for her. I'd like to buy it. And he came down the next day and bought it. Now that video cost me nothing. Only the time to make it. It sold the car straight away, and I'm still getting paid off it. It's one of my most viewed videos. This is just so beneficial, but optimizing the videos, making a good thumbnail, making it stand out, going through all these best practices, putting on Facebook, putting on Twitter, putting on Pinterest, on LinkedIn, all this gains you traction and gets you views. And as I say, I know I've said this before, but if only I'd already done it. However, I plan to do it now. So, in closing, Tubebuddy is worth its weight in gold. The big picture, no matter what you sell, is views. Total amount of views. The more views you get, the more chance you've got of selling something, the more chance you've got of my videos appear in Google. Somebody searches something, people are ringing me up all the time asking me for advice. It does take quite a lot of time during the day replying to comments. Some of them aren't too nice. Some of them are very unflattering, but I'm a car salesman. I'm pretty thick-skinned. It doesn't matter what they say to me. And as far as I'm aware, even negative comments help you gain traction on YouTube. So even the haters, even the haters help you get ranked better. Tubebuddy. I'm going to put a link in the description. I'll put a link to the free one. Try it. Download it. And don't waste as much time as I've done. Make sure you implement all the strategies. Watch the Tubebuddy channel to give you instructions on how to do stuff. As I say, better than I can. But it's a testimonial from me, and it's a testimonial from the heart, because I can see big things coming from this. I can see my channel certainly gaining traction, gaining subscribers, and hopefully it will still be going when I've given up selling cars and be living in Sorrento. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.